Yeah, so let's talk about what's your goal with your music.
Oh yeah.
And that song you made, Never Too Old to Rock and Roll. What's your purpose with the song?
Eventually is to enlighten the world to a whole new movement of how to do music, how to accept rock and roll, and how to let it help you. Because we need therapy, all of us. We're all in a society that we're dictated by all the terms of others laid before us. And I say their systems don't work. I would think I have a better system. It's a way of enhancing the life force in a person, and hoping that and making it
What's
where
that
they
system?
can extend their lives into the future, and then be able to have a chance to have everything they want and live a lot farther and a lot longer. Because that's what I'm into, life extension. Building up your life force presence on this planet. See, now everyone has their own time schedules and their own kind of clocks within them that determine how long they're going to last and how long they're going to go. But if you don't, I was a preventive maintenance man in the Army, and I helped prevent the radars breaking down. So I try to help the body from breaking down, because when I'm playing my guitar, it's like the physical stress and friction on the strings when I bend them creates such a temperature it would hurt most individuals. So I have to learn to callous my fingers and not callous my heart enough to present the music.
So deep, Mick Toto.
You know, it's
that's too deep for me to understand.
But can
I interrupt you though? I'm a little bit worried that this wind is gonna make a lot of sound in the mic. Can we go to that building there?
Sure, yeah, let's go.
While we're talking.
So you know, I'm sorry, I've been getting deep. My whole thing is about being deep.
No, I love when it's deep. I'm just not sure that I understood all that.
Well,
but that's all good. Maybe some will. Maybe it wasn't meant for me. Maybe it was meant for a viewer.
Brother, metaphysical, because it's dealing with the elements of the earth that presents yourself in your living time capacity. You know, to play guitar is a skilled position. It's not just so you have to labor to get that skill. That's what I'm trying to say.
You have to what?
You have to labor to get
labor.
Labor.
Oh, okay.
Labor to develop that skill. And it takes a certain amount of talent, but it takes skill too. Yeah. I'm a self-taught guitarist. I only watch other people play, so I learned from that. I imitated them, and I continue to do that. I imitated the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, all the great groups, enough to apply to my own original material. Now I'm putting it out on YouTube, and I'm getting favorable results from everyone. And I say I'm universally appealing because I can appeal to everyone, because you don't have to drink or do drugs or party to enjoy the music. It could be enjoyed just by listening, you know, and following and singing along. You can actually cure yourself of any kind of depression you could ever have. It makes you feel happy. And isn't that what the point of music is in the first place? To muse, you know? And if you don't have a good enough act, see, my thing is to
connect.
I want to have a good enough act to present to the world in the right way. Right way.
Yeah. Okay, I guess this will work. So, okay, so since a lot of the things I do here, like, I really want to figure out what is the homelessness here. Okay, I suppose you guys know a lot of homeless people since you hang around here.
I've been homeless myself on this beach.
Yeah.
And on the streets of LA. Over 10 years ago, for between 2000 and 2010 or 12, I was playing out here on the boardwalk for tips. I was only getting welfare and food stamps, and the cash I made here on the boardwalk, I had to pay for hotel rooms. And when I didn't, I couldn't, and I had enough money, I had to sleep in the street. Slept in the parking lot of the YMCA and with my guitar, and people could put up in the middle of the night partying and stuff and drinking, and there I was trying to sleep. And have to get up at 5 in the morning and catch a bus out here to play and beat the next guy. Because there's tons of guys out here that need help. And they're artists and they're great musicians too. And there's people that do their art and they
they gave up the regular life to pursue the artistic life. You know?
And when you say guys, like I noticed, okay, I saw
girls.
a few girls, but like, how come there's less girls? Is it because they take care, like they're better at taking responsibilities, so they don't get as often in that situation, or is it because they're staying somewhere else?
Ladies are high. A lot of most ladies are high maintenance.
It's a lot easier for a woman to find
It's
a
high
bed than a
maintenance.
man when you're down and out.
Well,
Sorry, what was that?
No,
So it's a lot easier for a woman to find a bed than a man if you're down and out.
No, and that's not particularly true because you know the things they're not here for all that.
I mean, I'm not homeless,
It's-
but I'm just speaking as from a.
Yeah, you mean that they might
from
have
an
the option of
observer's.
finding a boyfriend and
Or a
then-
girlfriend.
Well, yeah,
Or
shelter.
girlfriend and-
Some
yeah.
people do probably do that, you know, to find shelter. But those who are artistic minded and are musician minded, they're doing it for a purpose of music, not a purpose of just survival. There are folks out here that are just surviving. They have no idea of what they want to do, and they're just lost, and they're runaways, and they're dropouts from society, and they really don't know what to believe with the chaos in our world and what's going on, and we're on the edge of earthquakes, we're on the edge of war, and all these different things are happening. It
So a
gets
question
people.
about that. So, do you think is it possible to guide them to find within themselves what it is they want to do, their calling or their?
Well, it could be. I mean, that's why the music comes in. If you feel good, everything happens. I was in the army, and the army moves on the stomach. Okay, that's an old proverb from the French dictator who was Napoleon. An army moves on the stomach, and it's been going on forever since then. Every army. You
Gotta feed your men well.
You got to feed your men well,
Yeah.
but it's happy stomach, clean heart, clear head. And with the junk in the food and the atmosphere we're dealing with now in modern society, what we're breathing in and everything, that's why it's safer and healthier at the beach because you're getting the water right off the ocean.
What
You're
about
not
Fukushima?
You're not getting all that.
How do you mean you're getting the water off of the ocean? I mean, you're not drinking the salt water.
No, the air that's coming off the ocean is
Oh, the
purer air than the air that's in the inner city with
I
all
know
that stuff in the
You're
air.
not breathing in Fukushima, don't worry.
You're not breathing. Seeing all that in there. There's methane in the air. There's scrapings from automobiles and manufacturing. There's pollution. And there are lots of ways. And so it's in our air. It's in our food. Everywhere. So people need to cleanse themselves. So a better, healthier atmosphere, which is near the beach. Venice Beach is a mecca of people that want to live a healthier, better life. And some get poor and rich. I mean, the rich people are living in the hills and they have a lot of good things, but the people here, what little they have, it's all they have. And they're surviving. They get help. They get people that bring food here for them. There's all kinds of different help. And they want to go to welfare, they can.
Wow, Mick Toto, you really let go like a teenage girl, huh?
Right? Yeah. So,
Funny,
So,
hey buddy, a teenage girl couldn't keep up with me.
so can I ask you how did you get out of, like, okay, when you were staying in that situation, you had to every day make money for your hotel, or you would sleep on the street. How did you get out of it?
Well, I got out of it. I'll never get out of it because any time now I can just slip and fall and go and revert back to that if I slip. If I went back to drug use, if I went back to drinking and stuff, I would
Want to
probably
buy some
slip.
drugs, Mick Toto?
No, I don't want any.
Are you sure?
Are you sure, Mitch? Are you a druggie? A dealer?
I'm a dope pusher.
He's a dope pusher.
I'm a dope pusher.
You're gonna push me off the
Push,
edge.
push
Well,
dopes.
yeah, I mean, hey, everyone
dopes.
is accountable for
What
their
do you
own
do for
karma.
living, anyways?
I push
You-
dopes.
Do you survive off of your music now? Or?
Well, I'm actually retired, and I get it from the Veterans Administration from being in the Army and serving my country toward the time when rock and rollers were making it big in the 60s. I served my country. I was over in Europe. I was a radar maintenance man in Germany, and we handed over all the radars and protection over to the German people. I did my job, and I came back. But now I'm trying to survive and be in rock and roll. Now I'm a preventive maintenance of the human body and the human condition. I'm in great shape for my age. 72 years old. I think I can go another 72 years old. And whether people believe it or
God,
not,
this is
they-
gold.
I hope
they
so.
could-
This
I
is
hope so.
gold, dude.
I say if
This
you
is
follow
gold.
me, if you
So
follow
do you
my
eat?
music,
Do you eat something special for that?
This is
Or
gold.
is it not more about music?
well, yes, I do.
Food.
I mean, I eat good herbs and spices, and I fish. Good
Like
and
cannabis.
Done well. I
You
cook
eat
for myself. I
cannabis.
can cook. I'm a producer. I can produce a meal. I can produce a CD. I can produce a video. Go to Vimeo and check out my full screen video, which I think you did.
Yeah.
And then you
You
go,
don't
and
know,
you go to
say less,
YouTube.
say
And
less.
you can check out even the ones I did on my telephone.
No, of course you should.
Hey,
yeah,
don't
check
The
it
ones
out.
I
Check
did on
out
my
Street
telephone.
Beat.
You can judge for yourself.
If you click on the more, what's your name again?
Mick Toto.
Yeah, click more Mick videos. Click that menu here, and you'll find his music video there.
Yeah.
Check it out.
You'll love it.
So, can I ask you, what do you do for a living?
I still live off my bar mitzvah money, like a
Okay.
good Jew.
Okay, so you're also a Jew.
I am.
I did interview one
Did
just
you
the
ever
other
meet
day.
one before? Have you ever met one before?
I did. I had a 45-minute interview with one the other day, actually.
Great.
It's
Here
just
I
that-
am.
so,
Yeah.
how is this? Okay. So it's just a coincidence that I'm like, are you? How many percent of the LA population are Jews?
I would say probably
Everyone?
10, 12, maybe.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
know, 8.
Yeah.
8 to 12, I would guess.
All right.
That would be my best guess.
I got a little Jew in me.
Keep it up, I'll put a little Jew in you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I think I'll back off, but keep filming.
Yeah, you better X-ray
So-
that one out.
All right. So
Hey,
maybe.
you could become Italian by injection.
Nah.
So yeah, I guess maybe we should wrap this up. But is there anything that you would like to say that hasn't been said?
Yeah, come on
I
down to
don't
Venice.
know.
We're
Come
having a
down.
great time.
Come
We're never
down.
too old to rock and
That's
roll.
right.
We're having a party. It's
Today's
Mick
my
Toto's
birthday. I'm
birthday.
72
It's
years
my
old.
birthday as well
I
in
got
2
the heart
days.
of a 22-year-old.
Come check
And I
out Street
challenge
Beat.
anyone to
Check us
try
out
to
on Street
challenge
Beat.
me to out-rock me.
Street
You know, I-
Beat. Don't
Hey,
forget to
now-
watch
now I'm
Street
thinking
Beat.
of this.
I was in a band and singing on the Sunset Strip in Hollywood 2 years before the Doors did and got their deal. I was in the Army. Now I'm here after Jim Morris's death, and I'm here rocking. And he got his voice and all his thing from me. And you'll see.
That's it.
As we go
He
through
created
years.
Jim Morrison, Mick Toto. Here he is.
Come
If it
on,
wasn't
baby,
for
light
Mick
my
Toto,
fire.
there would be
Come
no
on,
Jim
baby,
Morrison.
light my fire. Come on. I was doing stuff like that years ago. I was doing old blues stuff, you know. Oh, darling, please believe me. I'll
Can you
never
see my
do
beard in
no
4K?
harm.
I don't know.
I'm Batman, that's Robin. Where's that fat man is Robin?
Gentle.
All right. Nice meeting you guys.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to America. Welcome to Venice
right.
Beach.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for
Thank you.
coming.